If you want to learn more about American liberty through the context of American history, go to my friends over at patriotpost.us, sign up today, and download your free copy of the Patriots Primer on American liberty through the link in the description box below. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the Black Democratic lawmaker from Georgia, Vernon Jones, officially endorsing Donald Trump for president in 2020. Now, there's a whole lot I want to say about this. There's a whole lot to quote unquote unpack here, as the cool kids would say. But first, let's get into the video clip of Mr. Jones endorsing Donald Trump. After we get done with that, I'll talk about what he said. I'll talk about what this means in a greater sense. I'll give you my 2 cents, my deep detail analysis, and then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Hello, America. This is Vernon Jones, and I'm a proud member of the Georgia House of Representatives. But I've also been a lifelong Democrat, too. But today, I've announced my support and endorsement of Donald J. Trump's campaign reelection. Now, let me be clear about one thing. I didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me. But one would say, now, why would a black man support Donald Trump? Well, I would reverse that. Why wouldn't a black man endorse Donald Trump? Isn't he the president that ushered in the lowest unemployment rate among blacks before the pandemic crisis? Isn't he the president that signed the Criminal Justice Reform Act? And finally, isn't he the president that overwhelmingly supported financially historical black colleges, in which I'm a proud graduate of North Carolina Central University? I 100% support Donald Trump. And I want to call on every patriot, every great American out there across this country, regardless of your race or whatever, gender, orientation. I want to ask all of you, young people, seniors, all in between, join me in re-electing Donald J. Trump as a president, our next president, our re-elected president of the United States. Peace out, America.
All right, so you saw that, you heard that. Now, bravo to my man, Vernon Jones. That was right on point. Hats off to you. You said that perfectly. I couldn't have done it any better myself. First things first, the things that he said there were just facts, okay? I don't think anybody that's thinking with their brain and not with their heart, with the fifis, with their emotions, can sit there, look at what he said, hear what he said, comprehend it, and then have anything negative to say. The only thing negative you can say would just come from your heart because you upset, butthurt, and triggered. But what he's saying was on point. You're talking about the lowest black unemployment rate ever. You're talking about the First Step Act. You're talking about other things that he has done to help black folks with education. You know, school choice is a big champion of school choice. We're trying to get that rolling. Funding of the historically black colleges, which Mr. Vernon Jones went to, NCCU in North Carolina. So the things that Trump is doing are positive for the black community and for the nation as a whole. He's doing a good job right now during this whole virus situation. You know, I wish some of the experts wouldn't be there, but hey, you have what you have. But that's a different story. So for now, I digress. The whole point is that Trump is doing a very good job, especially for certain special interest groups, including black Americans. So even my man, who's a Democratic lawmaker, can see it. Now, some are going to want to criticize him. And I think people that are criticize him the most would be the white liberal. The ones that want to be champions for black folks, all this, that, and the third. You know, when I was on Jubilee talking about, you know, being a black conservative and having a little bit of a discussion, not really an argument with the black liberals that were on the same panel with me, I'm reading a lot of the comments on other people's pages when they're reacting to it. A lot of white liberals are upset, you know, talking about what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing. I feel like they'll be the main ones speaking against Mr. Jones, especially in the media. A lot of these same white liberal internet trolls that exist online also exist in the mainstream media, if not directly in front of the camera, which that many times they are. A lot of times they're behind the scenes and they write things in a kind of sneaky way to send little jabs at you if you're a conservative. But for now, I'll move on. The whole point is that nobody can hear what he said, look at what he said on paper, and see him speaking and think that he's a liar, because he does not come off as a liar, number one. And number two, you can fact check all of what he was saying and it was all facts. I don't really see the issue. Now, some may say, oh, he's just trying to get some attention. He's trying to get some clout, as the cool kids say. But it's not that, because you ain't talking about a rookie lawmaker. He'll be, I think, 60 this year? He's been in politics since 1993. So that's a very long time. I mean, some people that are watching this were not even born when he got into politics. And then some of those same people will say he's trying to get some attention and clout. But meanwhile, he's been in politics for longer than you've been alive out there in the metro Atlanta area. He is not a new jack. He's been a lifelong Democrat. It's not like he just, decided, oh, okay, one day I'm going to become a conservative and I'm going to get a lot of attention, a lot of votes, a lot of money that way. He's been around since 93 as a Democrat. So you're talking about through Slick Willie, George W., Barack Obama, and now Donald Trump. He's come out now and endorsed Trump. And I feel like as we get later into the campaign season, you're going to see more and more of that happen, especially since you got on the other side, Joe Biden, a guy who does not know where he is. He does not know who he is. He does not understand what's going on. Not trying to make jokes or light of the situation. I'm just being honest. So if you're looking at Joe Biden and the state of the Democratic Party, like my man said, he didn't lead the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left him. Look at what they stand for. Look at what they do. Aside from shamefully putting a obvious dementia patient out there to be the president, a guy who should not be in that position, aside from that thing that the Democrats did, the egregious act they did, aside from that egregious act, they are also fans of what? Denying school choice, high minimum wages, which keeps unemployment very high in the black community. They're also a fan of infanticide, abortion up until 9 months, up until the baby is crowning. You understand what I'm saying? What else? Transgender children, 12 years old, celebrating it. The Democratic Party have left many people, and they're leaving more and more every day. They keep getting pulled all the way to the far left by your AOCs of the world and your Ilhan Omars. These are the front runners of the Democratic Party. They're the faces of the Democratic Party. Okay, you got Joe Biden in there. In my humble opinion, I think Joe Biden is there for a couple of reasons, or at least two main ones. The first one is that he has name recognition due to being Barack Obama's vice president for 8 years. He has that up under his belt. People love Obama and they'll love him by proxy. They may not even know anything about him. They may not ever heard him talk, but they love him because he was Barack Obama's vice president. That's the first thing. The second thing is that he is seen as more of a moderate and not this socialist type guy like Bernie Sanders is. So he's more able to be controlled. Okay. That's what they may see in him, because they know they're losing people. They know that the things they're talking about nowadays, they get the most attention, are losing people. So they gotta try to come back to the center, although it's probably not going to work with a Joe Biden because he's not able to really run this particular campaign very well. So as a result of all of that and more, people are being left behind that were Democrats for their whole life. I mean, this man is not a young man. He's about my dad's age, but is just now leaving the Democratic Party. And many others that are older than him, you're talking about 70, 80 years old, are leaving the Democratic Party. Young folks as well, kids that are, in college or whatever, they're leaving the Democratic Party too. It's leaving them. So what else are you going to do but support the president? The president, in my humble opinion, is more of a moderate. People can't get past the tweets and some of the brash talking, and they don't look at his actual policy. He's more of a moderate person, not really caring about the LGBT stuff. He's just a guy that understands what needs to be done for the country. So I predict you're going to see more of this. And this whole thing about, you can't be a black Trump supporter, you can't be a black conservative, that's going to be gone soon. You're going to see in this election coming up in November, a dramatic increase in the black support for the president. You're seeing it right now with these checks coming out. It's unfortunate circumstances, but that's helping as well. Nobody on the left has a chance. We're going to take the House again, regain the Senate, and take the presidency again. Supreme Court justices, other federal judges. It's going to be a wrap, and we're going to have it for an extended period of time. The only way they can stop us on the left is by cheating, which is why they want mail-in voting to be nationwide. That's why they want no voter ID. So you could just mail in the vote as anybody, Tommy Blanco, whatever your name is, and say, yeah, I'm a voter. I live in XYZ place, Main Street, main city, main state, and count my vote. Meanwhile, you're doing identity theft, all kinds of stuff like that. They're trying to downplay identity theft. If you're an illegal alien, if you're somebody that is quote unquote underserved, they're trying to downplay these things because they know they can't win fairly in a national election. So as I close, I want to say this. The Democrats are doing a very good job at shedding voters. For us, that helps a lot. For them, not so much. All they're going to have is certain little corners of the country where they still have strongholds. And that's it. They're going to have New York, LA for a while. They may even revolt if the Democratic Party keep going further. That's one thing about the so-called progressives. They're never happy with just one thing they get done. They want to do something else and then something else. And it's kind of a snowball effect. And that's why we are where we are right now. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that my man, Vernon Jones, is correct to support the president, even as a Democrat? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or is he incorrect? Orange Man Bad, is that how you feel? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. You know where I stand. I appreciate a person that is not blinded by partisanship, who is not just a sheep. He can look at a thing and just call it for what it is. If the president is doing well, I would say he's doing well. If it were Obama and he did a great thing, I would say he did a great thing. I'm not just so aligned to my political affiliation that I'm going to ignore reality. And I think if you got more Democrats like Vernon Jones, you have a better country overall, a better Democratic Party and a better Republican Party. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.